राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दन जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दन Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha Radhe. Jaya Nistai Gopi Jana Pavana Pavana Gopi Jaya Nistai Gopi Jana Pavana Pavana Hari. Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. ओम विष्णु प्रभात परमहंस परिव्राजक स्तोत्र श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत संस्कृत प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवयात् भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः हरे कृष्णा reading from Srimad Bhagavatam 10 to 7, chapter 8, text number 17. 7, 8, 17. सत्यं विधातुं निजभृत्यभाषितं सत्यं विधातुं व्याप्तिं च भूतेषु अखिलेषु चात्मनः अदृश्यत अदृश्यतात् अद्भुतरूपमुद्भवान् स्तम्भे स्तम्भे सभायां न मृगं न मानुषम् सत्यं विधातुं निजभृत्यभाषितं व्याप्तिं च भूतेषु अखिलेषु चात्मनः अदृश्यतात् अदृश्यतात्यद्भुत रूपमुद्भवान् स्तम्भे सभायां न मृगं न मानुषम् सत्यं विधातुं निजभृत्यभाषितं व्याप्तिं च भूतेषु अखिलेषु चात्मनः अदृश्यता तद्भुतरूपमुद्भवान् स्तम्भे सभायां न मृगं न मानुषम् सत्यं विधातुं निजभृत्यभाषितं व्याप्तिं च भूतेषु अखिलेषु चात्मनः अदृश्यता तद्भुतरूपमुद्भवान् स्तम्भे सभायां न मृगं न मानुषम् Translation Prabhu basically Bhaktivedanta Samprada. To prove the statements of his servant Prahlad Maharaj was substantial. In other words, to prove the Supreme Lord is present everywhere, even within the pillar of an assembly hall, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari exhibited a wonderful form never seen before. The form was neither that of a man nor that of a lion. Thus, the Lord appeared in the wonderful form in the assembly hall. Purport. When Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlad Maharaj, "Where is your Lord? Is he present in this pillar?" Prahlad Maharaj fearlessly replied, "Yes, my Lord is present in everywhere. Therefore, I convinced Hiranyakashipu, to convince Hiranyakashipu that the statement of Prahlad Maharaj was unmistakably true, the Lord appeared from the pillar. The Lord appeared as half lion and half man, so that Hiranyakashipu could not understand whatever the great giant was a lion or a human being." To substantiate Prahlada's statement, the Lord proved that his devotee, as declared in Bhagavad Gita, is never vanquished. Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhaktya pranashyati. Prahlad Maharaj's demoniac father had repeatedly threatened to kill Prahlad, but Prahlad was confident that he could not be killed. since he was protected by the Supreme Lord. By appearing from the pillar, Lord encouraged his devotees, saying in effect, "Don't worry, I am present here." By the manifestation, by manifesting his form as Narasimha, Lord also preserved the truth of Lord Brahma's promise that Hiranyakashipu was not to be killed by any animal or any man. Lord appeared in a form that could not be said to be fully a man or lion. ओमज्ञानातिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनं शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पुण्यं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरोन् दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम् Hare Krishna. Welcome everybody for today's discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is the wonderful pastime of Prahlad Maharaj and Hiranyakashipu and Narasimhadev. So His Holiness Rahana Swami Maharaj says, when starting this pastime, says, Sriman Hiranyakashipu, Maharaj, Prabhupada says, Sriman Hiranyakashipu. Because of Hiranyakashipu only, Lord has to come in such a wonderful form as Narasimhadev. So basically, in this section of Srimad Bhagavatam is a discussion between Narada Muni and Yudhishthira Maharaj. And if you see, Parishit Maharaj asked different questions. Among them was why Hiranyakashipu was like torturing his own child, because generally fathers will have so much affection for their children. And Sukadeva Goswami was quoting the conversation of Yudhishthira Maharaj and Narada. And when Yudhishthira Maharaj hears that, witnessing the pastime of when Krishna kills Shishupal, a light actually from the body of Shishupal enters into the body of Krishna. And he is a little bit bewildered. Shishupal was so much envious. All throughout his life, he was just blaspheming Krishna. But at the end, he was able to attain liberation, that too directly merging into the body of Krishna. And but their life, you see, right? They went through a lot of troubles and a lot of difficulties. And Vishnu says, how to understand Lord, how his protection will come. Like that he says. So in that connection, Narada Muni narrates this pastime of how Hiranyakashipu was, even though is Dimanya, when his brother Hiranyaksha was killed by Varahadev, he gave such an elaborate philosophy how the living entity is not permanent. Birth and death is very common. You should take birth and death, or honor and dishonor, suffering and happiness on the equal level. Then only you will be happy. And being a demon, such a high philosophy. But when it comes to implementation, he totally acknowledges how many people his brother has killed. Like he basically, Hiranyaksha went throughout the world. He was torturing whoever the powerful person he sees, and he is picking up the quarrels with anybody and everybody. And he was, basically killing the innocent people, killing the cows, killing the brahmanas. Was a regular affair for him. But when it comes to his brother, like but when he was killed by Varahadev, Hiranyakashipu thought, how can somebody kill my brother? Like this is the example of personal sense gratification and external sense gratification. Personal sense gratification is I, me, mine. First my senses, my ego has to be satisfied. Then afterwards, somebody connected to me. Yes. After somebody connected to them, like that. So, and he wanted to take revenge on for the killing of his brother. So he inquired what has happened. Then he said, like my brother was such a powerful personality. Even the demigods Indra, Chandra, and Vayu, they were not able to kill him. But how come a boar killed him? Boar means like wild pig, right? And how can that animal can kill him? Then he came to know that this animal actually has its origin from Lord Brahma itself directly. So, but the demonic people don't have anybody else other than Brahmaji to approach because they cannot approach Lord Vishnu. So, but what he thought is, if my brother, who was such a powerful personality, was killed by the boar, so I should have some additional powers because my brother was like they both were born very powerful personalities, and he was killed. So, in order to confront Lord Vishnu, and he comes to know that it is Lord Vishnu himself. And he was under the wrong understanding that Brahmaji is the origin of Lord Vishnu was. Because he appeared from the nose of, as Varahadev appeared from the nose of Brahmaji. Then he was thinking, oh, Vishnu, Brahmaji created this boar. And Vishnu came as a boar, like that he was thinking. So he actually, he in order to gain the power, he performed very severe austerities for many years. And then that the kind of austerities that he performed, like he was standing on the tiptoes with his hands raised. He was not moving at all. And he was just meditating on something. Not they didn't say even Brahmaji also. Yeah. But that severe austerity caused so much suffocation. Because in this material world, everything is connected to everybody. So you may actually create auspiciousness or you may actually create inauspiciousness. Even if you see within a family, when a person is so upset, immediately total atmosphere changes. Why? Because of his energy. The same way, but when we approach some personalities who are actually devoted and always simple at heart, always gentle in their behavior. As soon as we approach them, even the most angry people will calm down because they will have certain kind of energies. Okay? So, with respect to here also, Hiranyakashipu was performing such a severe austerities with strong intentions, and it was suffocating everybody in the world. It was suffocating especially the upper planetary system. And all that demigods went to the Lord Brahma and said, "My Lord, please take care of the situation. It appears that something is wrong." Then Brahmaji says, "Yes, yes, I know that Hiranyakashipu is doing such severe austerities. I will go and take care of the situation right now." So he comes back and he sees. When he comes, he was not able to find anybody there. And some kind of severe heat is coming from the anthill. And when the anthill is broken, half of the body of Hiranyakashipu was already, not more than half. Most of his body was eaten away by the ants. But still, because of his yogic power, he was retaining his life forces in the bones and performing the austerities. So at that point of time, Brahmaji, he uh, like takes water from his kamandalu and sprinkles over Hiranyakashipu's body and revives his body. And then he says to Hiranyakashipu that you have performed austerities that nobody has done till now. You ask me whatever you want, I will give the benediction. So then, Hiranyakashipu says, "My dear Lord, I don't need any benediction, but because of your asking for your satisfaction, I would like to be immortal." Then Brahma says that is not possible. Everybody who takes birth has to some way or the other he has to take up the new body or die. Then Hiranyakashipu, like we all know that he came with a very powerful plan. I should not be killed by anybody, like inside the house or outside the house, on the in the sky. I should not be killed by any weapon. I should not be killed by any living entity. Who took birth? Like that, he has full list of like conditions. So Brahma says, "Okay, yes." So, but the beautiful thing is, Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, "I am the cheaters of the cheat. I'm the cheater of the cheaters." Means, if you have the cheating mentality, I can cheat you. This is true with the materialist. What they do, they think that I'm enjoying, I'm accumulating, I'm doing so many things, and everything is dependent upon me. But they didn't know that there is a time factor running above them. As soon as certain time is over, they don't know what kind of difficulties or what kind of like disappointments. They might come across so many things that they will be ultimately defeated. And like if not if they are not defeated, but there is a death where at one shot they will lose everything. So here now Hiranyakashipu strongly had this opinion that even Varahadev is created of Lord Brahmaji. So that's why he asked this question. So when the pastime goes on, Hiranyakashipu gains a lot of power and he started harassing everybody. Basically, he tells to his servants, go and kill all the cows, all the uh, like somebody who is following scriptures and brahmanas. If this is killed, his understanding was Lord Vishnu gets power through this pastime. Because in the previous verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said that Lord Vishnu says to demigods that austerity is austerity is what I my heart. Like if you perform tapasya, that gives me more power, more kind of understanding. So that in order to be the Vishnu, I just have to take care of them. That's why and these people went on harassing everybody, and basically he conquered everybody in the three worlds. Basically, he conquered demigods, yakshas, and then Gandharvas, Nagas, Kimpurushas, everybody. And he made rules such that earth should give even without any endeavor, the grains and then flowers, fruits, and all those things. And the ocean should give pearls and pearls and all the valuable stones regularly without any endeavor. Anybody going and searching after them. Basically, his rule was so nice. Everybody is getting everything. And for one to go to heaven, there is no conditions. We just enjoy however you want, and then you can go to heaven after your death. But somebody who is not performing these kind of scriptural injunctions and austerities, they'll go to hell. So basically, he changed all the rules and regulations. So means if you see in the material terms, it's a very good thing, right? We all want to enjoy. Like nobody would like work from home, not even work from home, not even work also. Just have to stay there and we'll just get the paycheck. That kind of. So then why it is called demoniac, right?
If you go to office,
And you go to office, you'll be demoted.
you'll be fired.
You'll be fired. So if you are sincere in your job. So that kind of rules and regulations he started. So but still everything was under his control. But still he was unhappy. But if you see why we have to like no, that was better conditions, right? We don't have to do anything, we just have to enjoy in this material world. But yeah, for him no old age, no disease. So, but I'm talking about people in general also. Somebody who is demoniac, they have full rights. You enjoy as much as you want, and whenever you want, you can go to heaven. So, why Hiranyakashipu's ruling, Hiranyakashipu's what do you call rule was much better than that of regular kings, because his rule was only centered on sense gratification. You just enjoy. So, but that kind of enjoyment is available even in heavenly planets also. But the value of human form of life is we have to endeavor for self-realization. For that, it requires some kind of tapasya, some kind of detachment first from the sense gratification. Unless we restrain our senses from enjoying the external, we cannot focus on the internals. We will not be able to know who are we. First steps of self-realization is one has to realize that one is not this body, he is a spirit soul. As long as we are focused on external things, enjoying matter, for instance. So, as long as we are focused on enjoying the material things, enjoying the senses, we will not be able to focus on the spiritual progress. So the human form of life is meant for the spiritual progress. Because in other life, we got everything and anything. We might get a lot of sense gratification, even when we are as animals. But the only specialty of this human form of life is it gives us the rarest opportunity to know Krishna and progress spiritually. And like Niti said, that whatever spiritual progress we make, it will be retained for good. So Hiranyakashipu was basically, he was facilitating the sensory gratification and cheating everybody who took the human form of life of their right to go back to Godhead. So they might be enjoying right now, but they will be missing the golden opportunity. Every moment of this human form of life is so valuable that it should be utilized in a Krishna conscious way so that it will lead us ultimately to the success of human form of life of self-realization. Atato Brahma Jignasa means now that you got a human form of life, inquire about God, and focus on self-realization. When we realize that we are not this body, we are the spirit soul, then we'll focus on then what next. When as a spirit soul, what are my duties? What is to be achieved? Then we progress that after acquiring knowledge, after going through certain kind of purification, will come to the conclusion that performing bhakti and developing relationship with Krishna is the ultimate goal of life. So that is the essence of the bhakti yoga. So, but in the in the kingdom of Hiranyakashipu, it was not at all there. Even if you see Ravana also, the way Valmiki Rishi describes Lanka, everybody is enjoying, everybody always drunk, and always sleeping, always meat eating, and performing illicit sex, and all those things. And this kind of things, they are more or less focused on only material advancement. So, but like it is said that even the lower planetary systems, like we are in the middle, Bhuloka is the middle planetary system, right? Lower planetary system, the sense enjoyment is like this, demoniac. They can just gratify the senses. But when it comes to higher planetary system, they will have the opportunity to know what is what. Means what is spiritual advancement, what is tamoguna. But the people in the lower planetary system, they keep enjoying in the mode of tamoguna. So that's why the higher planetary system are considered to be more in knowledge when compared to the lower planetary systems. So here, when Hiranyakashipu was doing all those things, like demigods, they went to Lord Vishnu. They said, no, then they complained, my Lord, please protect us. Because Hiranyakashipu taken away all the empowerment of all the demigods. Why demigods are there? Demigods will regulate the universal affairs. Okay, sometimes summer has to come, sometimes winter has to come. So this is the time the crops has to grow. This is the time this food has to come. They regulate so that people are subjected to this Sita Ushna, Sukha Dukha, all those things. So that they will be frustrated. They will, after going through the cycles of happiness and distress, they will be focused on going beyond that, going like understanding Krishna. And the demigods were taken their empowerment, and they were like rendered useless. Like they become the maid servants of Hiranyakashipu. Whenever Hiranyakashipu wants, like now, whenever Hiranyakashipu sees little bit of heat, then he looks at the sun and says, like the sun has to cool down. Whenever he wants some moisture, even if the winter dry season, the wind has to bring the moisture. Like that means he messed up all the universal affairs. So in that, when the demigods went to Lord Vishnu and expressed their inability to, how they are, they are, how their duties were taken away, or how their empowerment was taken away, and how the sinful actions are going on in the planet. Then Vishnu assured them, don't worry, when he when he actually reaches the sinful reactions such that he frustrates the brahmanas, he performs violence against the cows, and then finally he is going to have a son, Prahlad. When he performs these actions, violent actions towards his son, then I will come and take you. So and as the time passes, Hiranyakashipu was controlling everybody. But it was said that even though Hiranyakashipu has full control of everybody, he was not happy. Why he was not happy? Because he didn't have this connection. Because see, even if in our life also, if we might have everything, nice family, nice health, nice, everything nicely said, but when we don't have this, when we don't have the connection with the Lord, when we don't, when a person doesn't have this spiritual satisfaction, he'll be automatically frustrated. That's why we know, right? Like many developed countries, where you just take birth, everything will be taken care. At the time, even while taking birth, the hospital bill was taken by the government, and then the mother will get so much of compensation from the government that she can be easily able to take care of the child. And as the child grows up to the school age, schooling is free, and as you go to college, college is free, and the person gets any health problem, healthcare is free. And as soon as he graduates, there is job ready waiting for him. So basically, they just have to take birth in that country, and everything is set. In the country like Switzerland, Netherlands, like that. Okay. But if you see the suicide rate in that countries, it is way higher, this proportionately higher than most of the third world countries. Because people are so frustrated. Like if we ask any person what are the things that contributes to this kind of situation, like no food, no means to proper living or anything like that. But that researchers found that the people in the third world countries are much happier than these so-called developed countries. So happiness is not directly proportional to the amount of money, amount of luxuries that we have. Happiness is directly proportional to how much inner fulfillment that person has. For that, one need to have the active spiritual life. Basically, in that developed countries, what they're happening, they think that we don't need God now. Like we are actually totally free. Everything is, our life is set. Like when Prabhu went to distribute Bhagavad Gita, the person said, I don't need anybody Bhagavad Gita right now. My life is all set. So that kind of mentality. So Hiranyakashipu was frustrated. He was not happy, even though everything is happening according to his will. And to add to that unhappiness, just like these Demonic people always need some opposition. That's why this Hiranyaksha also, his brother, he used to go to all the demigods and pick fights. So Prahlad Maharaj, who was his dearest son, he was a great devotee of the Lord, and he was chanting the holy name of Krishna. And when he was brought before him and asked, what is the best thing you learned in the school? He replies, like just this, all these material things are useless. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Pandanam, Dasyam, Sakam, Atmavedanam. These are the 9 processes by which one has to surrender to the Lord Vishnu. Then only his life will be fulfilled. So now you give up everything and go to forest and do tapasya. That's what Prahlad Maharaj says to Hiranyakashipu. And Hiranyakashipu makes repeated endeavors to make Prahlad Maharaj not to like take up bhakti process. And he went to he says to Gurukul, and his teachers are very heavy on him. All those things will happen. We all know the past time, right? So, but after all these endeavors also, Prahlad Maharaj doesn't change. Then Hiranyakashipu finally thinks that this Prahlad has to be executed, otherwise everybody will follow him. So he tells his soldiers to kill Prahlad, and Hiranyakashipu and along with the soldiers, they tried many ways. They tried to poison him, they tried to throw away from the mountain, they tried to drown him in the ocean, they put him in the fire. All those different endeavors they finally performed. And finally, Hiranyakashipu gets so much frustrated that he tried everything, whatever is in his capacity to kill Prahlad, but he was not able to kill Prahlad. And finally, he brought Hiranyakashipu developed such a kind of phobia that Prahlad is death personified to him. And if you don't take care of Prahlad, he will be eventually killed. So he finally goes to Prahlad and asks, where are you getting all your powers from? I'm controlling all the living entities. I'm controlling Devatas also. Who is helping you? Where are you getting all these powers from? He said, I'm getting the powers from the same source that you are getting also. He said, he says about Krishna. So, but Hiranyakashipu, he wanted to actually challenge Vishnu. He searched everywhere, even to Vaikuntha also, but he couldn't find Lord in there. It is said that Lord vacated Vaikuntha and sat in the heart of Hiranyakashipu. He was looking outside but not looking inside. So then finally, Prahlad Maharaj, like Hiranyakashipu puts a question: where is your Lord? Where is your, like, no, who is like Vishnu? Then he says, my Lord is everywhere. Oh, is he? Then when Prahlad says, my Lord is everywhere, Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said that Lord is present everywhere in the form of impersonal Brahman. So, but when Prahlad gave this statement, Lord totally expanded himself in his personal form. So that he will be ready, whatever things Prahlad shows, he will be ready to appear from there. So then Hiranyakashipu showed the pillar of the palace. He said, is Prahlad, is your Lord in this pillar? Then Prahlad says, yes, my Lord is in the pillar also. Then, like we all know the past time, that Hiranyakashipu takes the pillar and Lord appears. And then here if we see in this verse, Krishna wanted to make his devotees Nijabhritya Bhasitam, Satyam Vidatum, Nijabhritya Bhasitam. Means whatever his devotee said, Lord wants to keep the truth intact. So, like here there are two devotees. One is Lord Brahma and one is Prahlad. When Prahlad Maharaj says, my Lord is in this pillar, then he was present there in the pillar and he appeared from the pillar. And there is one more devotee who is Lord Brahma, and his words also he kept true. Now the purpose Lord appeared from the pillar is to take care of Hiranyakashipu, to kill Hiranyakashipu, or to liberate Hiranyakashipu. And Lord appeared not in the daytime, not in the night time, not as a man, not as a human, and Lord is not created by Brahmaji. And like later on, he kills Hiranyakashipu in such a way that he doesn't kill on the outside home, inside home, not on the earth, not on the sky. So basically, he keeps the benedictions of Brahmaji intact. Means he maintains the truthfulness of the words of Brahmaji and Prahlad Maharaj. So that's why, Krishna says to Arjuna, Arjuna boldly declared that my devotee never perish. Then there our Acharaya says, Lord could have himself declared that this statement, but he is asking Arjuna to declare. Why? Because Lord will Lord will be more responsible in making the statement of devotees truthful than his own statement. So that's why here we can see that, with some Brahma, like when Lord Shiva gives benedictions, when Lord Brahmaji gives benedictions, and some Brahmanas give some curses. It is Lord's only by the Lord's sanction that everything will come into the existence. Means it will come true. Unless Lord sanctions anything, that statement won't come as true. So then Lord now takes care of the Hiranyakashipu and kills him, and then give a benediction to Prahlad Maharaj, and finally, Dharma is established. After that, all the demigods, sages, and all the different species, they come and offer prayers to the Lord, and then expresses their gratitude. So here Acharya also highlights that when Lord asked Prahlad Maharaj, asked for any benediction, Prahlad Maharaj just simply says, "My Lord, I'm not doing any business with you. I'm satisfied only with my devotional service. But if it satisfies you, give liberation to my father," like that he asked. So, so that's what I could think of, because everybody knows the pastimes of Hiranyakashipu and Narasimhadev. Okay. Anybody have any questions or comments you can discuss? It's already 9:10. Okay. Hare Krishna, anybody have any questions or comments on that?
When we talk about those values, so they have all the facilities, but they lack Krishna consciousness. And the society is high because ultimately everything boils down to happiness is in Maharaj says happiness is within. So when they search for these things in the material world, they can never find it. Acharaya was really that was really convincing and that is really detailed on this.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Okay. No questions or comments. We didn't hear. Andhra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Anandapur Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dhanyavad.